Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Sunday School. We are going to start out with one of my favorite Miss Jana songs, First Thing. And so let's get to it. You've heard this one before, I know.
The world is your creation, and yet you're here with me. Maker of all things, you are a mighty King, and mighty is your love for me. You molded every mountain, you poured out every sea. The world is your creation, and yet you're here with me. Maker of all things, you are a mighty King, and mighty is your love for me.
I just love that song. Okay, this is the Sunday before the start of Lent. Lent. That's a new, as a matter of fact, there's two seasons at this time of year that I just always look forward to. One is spring, and one is Lent. In spring, now it's getting a little bit warmer outside. It's warm today. It's getting a little bit warmer outside, but I don't see a lot of signs of spring yet. But I know that things are happening and things are changing inside the ground and inside the trees and inside the plants. And soon I'm going to see all those changes come out, and it's going to be beautiful, and there's going to be so many flowers, but I can't see it right now, but I know that there's changes happening. And that's kind of like Lent. Lent is a church season, and it's a season where we think about changing. Now, you really can't see yourself changing, but you still can change. Now, let me tell you a little bit about how we do Lent. Last year, I don't know if you remember, last year, and I don't have a palm branch, I just have some different plants around, so I grabbed a pretend palm branch. Last year, if you remember, we had on Palm Sunday, that used to be my children's favorite when they were little, their favorite Sunday, because it's the Sunday before Easter, and we'd all meet in the very back of the sanctuary, and they'd all get palms that didn't look like this. They were real palms. And then all the children would line up, and we would get to march in to the sanctuary waving our palms and singing some real great songs. real lots of loud and good beats and stuff, and it was just a marching song, and it was so much fun. And we would stand in the front and we would wave our palms until the song was over. And then when we would go out after the early service, we would run down to the gym, because that's where the contemporary service, or the contemporary service was, the 8:40 service. And we would wait in the back there, and when they would start, they would play something with a great beat, and we would march in there, and we would wave our palms and stand in the front when we got down there and wave our palms. And when the song was over, we would leave. And then we'd go to Sunday school and church and that kind of thing. And after Sunday school was over, we'd gather again, and at the big sanctuary, we'd all come back, we'd have palms, and we'd do a repeat of what we did in the sanctuary earlier for the 11 o'clock service. And it was always so much fun, and the kids were all the children were so happy to do that. And I don't know if you remember that, but if you don't, here's a reminder. Watch really close. You might see yourself or someone you know.
I was lost, but he brought me in. His love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the Son sets free. Oh, he's free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Who the Son sets free. Oh, he's free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Oh, I am who you say I am. Who the Son sets free. Oh,
Did seeing that video remind you about Palm Sunday? You may have even seen people you know in that video waving palms. You may have even seen yourself. You may have even seen Miss Carolyn. Anyway, we did that last year, and what do you think we did with those palm branches? All those palm branches that everybody had. No, we did not throw them away. No, we did not compost them. Although both of those, composting would have been a really, really good idea. We saved them. We saved them in a box somewhere in the church. Now, it's been almost a year since we waved those branches. What kind of condition do you think they're in now? They are dried up. Yes, they are, and crispy. Now, why do you think we saved them? We have a tradition at First Methodist that we do every year. Every year we save those palm branches from last year, and on the Sunday before Lent starts, which is this Sunday, today, if you're watching this on Sunday, the 27th of February, we take all those palm branches, and Pastor Becky will put them in a bowl or a metal bowl or a metal bucket or some kind of container, and we'll go out into the courtyard, and all the Sunday schools will go out, adult Sunday schools too, and some people will come early to church so that they can be part of this. And Pastor Becky will burn them. She, in that bowl, will burn all those palm branches. And I bet you know what they'll look like after they all burn. Doesn't take long. Doesn't take, because they're very dry. And in the bowl, what's left? A little pile of ashes. Right there in the bowl. A little pile of ashes from our palm branches from last year. Now, what in the world are we going to do with those palm branches, with the ash from those palm branches? Well, that's what I want to tell you about for the start of Lent. Now, Lent is a time, it's a big, long time. It's from this Wednesday, which is called Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday. This Wednesday all the way to Easter. And during Lent, after starting on Ash Wednesday, during Lent, we ourselves think about, and people in our church family and people who are thinking about Lent and the spring and all that, we're going to be kind of like springtime. We're not going to be able to see the changes, but there's going to be changes happening, like changes in the trees and under the ground right now, and in different plants. There's changes happening right now, even though we can't see them. And we're going to make changes happen in us. We're going to think about the mistakes we made, and we're going to try to be better and not make those mistakes again. And we're going to think about the different things we can do to be kinder, better, happier people, more helpful people, to be more like Jesus was. And we're also going to learn a lot about Jesus and how he was, what kind of person he was, so we will know what kind of person we want to be. And it's going to take a lot of thinking and a lot of trying to think of what's important and how you want to change. So, on Ash Wednesday, they're going to take those ashes and we're going to have a church service. Now, I believe there's going to be different times all day when you can participate in this, but I do know there will be a service in the sanctuary at some point in the evening. And you can do it then. And that's what I'm used to with you. Before the pandemic, we would all go to the church service on Ash Wednesday. And it would be real quiet, and the ministers would talk about the coming of Lent, because Ash Wednesday is the first day of Lent, and we would all walk up to the front, and they would take their thumb and put it in the ashes, and they would put a cross on everyone's forehead with ashes. And afterwards, we'd look around and everybody would have crosses on their forehead. And we knew that we were all together as a church family and that all of us together have made mistakes in the past year. And that all of us together want to become better people. We want to become more like Jesus was. And we're all going to work on that through Lent as hard as we can. And you aren't going to see the changes in our church family. You're not going to see the changes, but they'll be there and they'll feel them. So that's how we celebrate Lent at First Methodist. We start it by Ash Wednesday. So if you get a chance, either find out when the drive-thru ashes are and find out when the service is. And at some point, get some ashes put on your forehead and remind yourself that during Lent, you are going to do what you can to try to be a better person and to be more like Jesus was. We'll talk more about Lent and how Jesus was throughout the year. There is no video, except for the Palm Sunday video that you just watched. There's no video, Deep Blue video today, but there is some activity sheets that you can download and work on, and they have to do with Ash Wednesday. One of them is like a word search that has different words about Ash Wednesday and Lent. So I hope you're able to participate in Ash Wednesday. Well, before that, I hope you're able to get to the church service or between the church services and see Pastor Becky burn the last year's palms. And I hope that you'll be able to get to Ash Wednesday. And I hope you'll really think about how you want to change during this year's Lent season. Let's say our prayer. May there always be sunshine. May there always be blue skies. May there always be children. May there always be you. May there always be stories. May there always be music. May there always be churches that we can go to. May there always be sunshine. May there always be blue skies. May you always feel special because God loves you. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye, so give a smile and wink your eye. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. All right, friends, I hope you have a good week. Please try to get by the church on Ash Wednesday and start thinking about what kind of person you want to change into over Lent this year. And we will see you next Sunday, the first Sunday of Lent. Bye.